Dude, the album comes out. No Grave But the Sea comes out next Friday. Excited, man.
Yeah.
I've listened to this thing. I'm not even kidding. I listened to it about 10 times at work last week in one day, just on
Fuck yeah.
repeat. Yeah, I
That's
cannot.
awesome.
Yeah, man, I cannot get enough of this album. I mean, how excited are you guys to have this thing out in the public next week?
Man, dude, I am so fucking stoked. Like it's been so long. Like we started working on this like over a year and a half ago. Started writing songs, and we had it like fully demoed by like last November,
Wow.
and then like since then I've been like, I want to get this out. These songs are so fucking sick. I want people to hear this stuff, and like it's been so long, and it's just
Yeah.
this is the worst part. Just this agonizing wait until it
Yep.
finally gets out there. We can go yes, and I think people are going to shit themselves. I think it's really good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just sitting there from the very beginning to the end of Treasure Island. There's not a single weak song on this album. They all stand up on their own. They all flow together, but they're all fun. I mean, they could all be kick-ass drinking songs, but I mean, it's just a fun album.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've outdone ourselves this time. Like, usually in the past, we'd write literally 10 songs. Like, we'd spend the entire 2 years literally writing 10 songs, and those 10 songs would go in the album, and that'll be it. This time around, we actually spent a lot more time, like, writing more stuff.
Hmm.
And so we cut a bunch of songs. We didn't need to resort to recording some lame cover. Every song was we thought about it for ages. Like those bits we cut out of songs because they were lame, and we
Right.
really sort of focused it down and just made it into like because I think we had time and we had enough songs that we could actually cut the material out without
Okay.
making it too short. So it's a really focused album. I think is the main thing about it.
Yeah, definitely. But one song that stands out to me, it's my favorite one, is "Fucked by an Anchor." Like, oh my God! Like, if that doesn't scream Alestorm, I don't know what does. I mean,
I mean, I've done a lot of interviews, and I think literally everybody I've talked to has said the exact same thing. I
yeah.
think this song is gonna fucking explode, and I'm so excited for it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I just love that one because it was the idea behind that one was sorry 1 second, drinking some beer. The idea was we basically thought, right, what is it that makes Ilstorm songs good? What is like the essence of this band? And we thought, right, it's imagine you're at a football match and
Yep.
the whole crowd is chanting at the other team, the other players, the other crowd saying, fuck you, your team fucking sucks. And
Yes.
that's basically the idea of that song. It's like a drunk football chant, but with
Yes.
this really happy melody, and it just goes together so well. 'Cause it's a perfect thing for a bunch of drunk idiots at an Ailstorm show to sing. So
Exactly.
that one's going to kick off. Yeah.
Exactly. And speaking of great songs, the title track, man, it seems just it seems perfect. I mean, you're 5 albums in, and we're just now getting the title "Ailstorm" for a song. Is that just something you've had sitting in the holster, or did it just come to you? I mean, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
I mean, yeah, I guess most bands they'll do their self-titled song or their self-titled album or like on their first album. But we
Right.
were like, we thought I was writing this song. That song. It didn't have a name originally. It was just some music and lyrics. And I thought, oh wow, there's like this thing about a storm of ale. Like, could I call this song Ailstorm? Would that work? Could I get away with that? I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And it's great because it's sort of a song about us. It's like a song about how we live, the things we like, the things we do.
Hmm.
It's like it is just our theme tune now, I guess, which is kind of weird because it's like it's not your typical Ailstorm song because
No.
it's got a lot crazy screaming and stuff in it
Yeah.
and stuff. But we get away with it.
I remember when the single came out maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago for sure, and the video, and I obviously hadn't heard anything from the record yet, and I turned that song on, watched the video, I'm like, oh my God, Ailstorm screaming, the video, that's a fun video. All your videos all look like it's just a party shooting the videos, but this one in particular with the little people and everything on stage, I mean, where did the idea for that video come?
I mean, I don't know. I just thought one day, like, you know what? I've always wanted to beat up midgets. Like we've had, we've had those guys before. Like some of them you might recognize from our previous videos. Like the guy that's pretending to be Gaz, our bass player. He
Mhm.
played the violin in our video for the song Shipwrecked.
Oh, okay.
And the guy that's pretending to be Matty, our guitar player, he was in the video for Magnetic North, dancing around for a little bit. So it's just this, we make our videos in Serbia, beautiful Eastern Europe,
Right.
where it's cheap, mostly because it's fucking cheap there. And this director, he's amazing. We just say, we want this, we want, I want to fight midgets, I want to ride a donkey, and I want to walk away from an explosion, and I want hot girls, and he can makes it all happen. It's amazing. And it is just the coolest feeling. You roll up to this, the green screen video studio, and then there's a donkey, there's these babes, there's all these midgets. Like, holy shit! All our dreams are coming true right now. This is incredible, and it's just the funnest time.
I can just imagine walking into the room and seeing that, and just like, what is going on here? Like, oh my god!
It's like all our stupid ideas, and like someone's actually paying money to make them happen. It's phenomenal. I love it.
Oh man, that's awesome. Then there's the video from Mexico, which is another one of my favorite songs off of the album. And that video basically summarizes that song just in every way imaginable. And that song, again, just a party video.
Yeah, we were slightly worried there'd be like, a backlash from people saying, "Oh my goodness, this is so offensive and racist." Like, we know it's dumb. Don't worry. We've been in Mexico a few times. We know it's not just a desert filled with cactuses and donkeys. It's like we understand them. But we just thought it'd be funny to really, really massively play up all the dumb stereotypes and just go for it. We don't care. We don't care who we offend. It's fun.
Right? You can't take everything too seriously. You've got to have fun. And Alestorm, you guys are all about fun. It's
that's just the main thing. This band is, we're not trying to create any sort of fancy grand art. We just want to have fun and make people happy and play fun shows that people enjoy. That's really all there is to us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Speaking of fun shows, this summer your guys' next quest is coming up. You're doing Warped Tour all summer long. I've been to like 5 of these things, and it's just like it's a summer camp all summer long. It is just awesome. What are you guys looking for? How much of the new material are we going to be hearing on Warped Tour this year?
Yeah, well, this whole thing with Warped was like, we were like, our manager was saying, "Hey, I've got this in for Warped Tour. Do you guys want to do it?" We're like, "What? Warped Tour? Is that going to work? That's like, pop punk, alt rock, sort of metalcore, screamo things. Like, are we going to work?" It's like, "Yeah, dude, I can get you on." It's like, "Fucking, let's go for it." We thought about ages because it's a big commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's 40 shows.
It is,
and that's we're like, "Fuck it, let's do it." It's something so different that we've always wanted to do something different because we get bored of doing the usual metal tours, all this dumb folk metal, pagan metal, Viking metal stuff. It's like,
right.
It gets so boring. So this is a massive change for us. So yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. But the thing with Warped is, every band you play like only 30-minute sets.
Yeah.
So we've been like working out a set list, and we realized if we only have 30 minutes, we can just play a set of nothing but the fucking catchiest, crazy bangers we have. So it's going to be we're going to do it'll be Keelhauled, Shipwrecked, Drink, Alestorm, Mexico, and Fuck with an Anchor, and that's going to be it.
Nice.
And that is just going to be so exciting because it's every single song is like a 3-minute fucking party fan favorite song, and because usually we will play for like an hour and a bit. We have to pad out the set. People want to hear the epic songs, long songs, the slow songs, the fast songs. But like, fuck it, it's Warped Tour. Let's just do 30 minutes of dumb sing-along songs, and it's going to be so much fun.
I feel like this year's Warped Tour is like one of the best ones. Obviously, there's you guys. Then there's Guar on the tour this year. Then Municipal Waste. It is a heavy Warped Tour. It's not like any other Warped Tour I've ever seen.
I'm looking forward to like the lighter bands. Like, to be honest, I was a bit disappointed that it was so heavy because we thought, Warped Tour, let's play with a bunch of dumb, pop punk bands. So like, I'm super keen for like, Bowling for Soup, like CKY, Goldfinger,
That's
all this like
good.
all this dumb stuff, like basically all the stuff that was on the soundtrack of Tony Hawk's Pro Skateboarder,
Just 1999 PlayStation 1 skateboarding,
exactly.
Games.
That's the music I grew up on. Was like late '90s skateboarding, snowboarding games.
Yes,
I'm so stoked for all those kind of bands.
Like the Thrasher Skate and Destroy video game from like 1998 or something like that.
Yeah, all this stuff, man. There's so many like cool, genuinely cool bands, because we usually play with pretty lame bands who like, they dress up and pretend to be pagans, and they're all about super serious. And now it's like all these cool bands. I'm so keen. I can't wait.
Right. Well, one band you did tour with that didn't seem like they took themselves too seriously would be Necrogoblicon. You did the tour with
Oh yeah, I
them
mean
last year.
they're fun dudes. They've got they have this sort of amazing self-deprecating attitude on stage, and I think it works so well because that's kind of the way we do it. We don't take ourselves seriously. We don't care if people think we're lame. Like we know we're lame, so it's like yeah. So they were cool guys to do it with.
I just remember when I discovered Alestorm a few years ago. I'm like, this might be the best thing I've ever heard. It is just like
Oh goodness.
musically, musically you can close your eyes and I feel like I'm on a pirate ship in like the great blue ocean. You know, it's perfect. It sounds so good. You know, I love it. So
Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of worried that because our like recent stuff, this album, it's not so much that sort of we're sailing the oceans, be hearty, let's plunder. It's more just like dumb and fun.
it is.
But I mean, I don't know. We've always been a dumb and fun band.
Yeah.
We just disguised it better previously.
Definitely. Man, finally, if there's anything that summarizes this album up for you, what is it? Like, if you could just, like, what does this record mean to you overall?
I think it's just dumb pirate party music, fun, something to get up a drink to and play with your mates. It's not, this is not like introspective sitting in your bedroom music. It's just full on have a good time party music. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly. And for me, my wife and I are leaving for Rock on the Range today. This is like the perfect highway interstate, go to a rock festival album to play. It just feels right in every way. And
Yeah, it's like a celebration of good times and
is.
fun. Like, yeah. There's plenty of room in the world for bands who like sing about the darker things in life, but there's also plenty of space to have happy bands. Everything doesn't have to be super grim.
You can't listen to this record and not smile. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's fun. And it comes out next Friday, so it's coming fast.
It does. Next Friday, May 26th.
Yes. Man, Chris, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. Hopefully we'll see you out on Warped Tour this summer. If not, is there another U.S. tour coming up in the fall after Warped Tour, or is that maybe next year?
No, there'll be next U.S. tour is going to be probably next fall, 2018.
Okay, cool.
Got a lot of places to go before then.
Yeah, for sure. And Warped Tour is like half of the year, so...
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, man. Dude, thank you so much for talking to me. This has been great. I love the record. I can't wait for my wife to hear it. It's going to be great.